big up, Dante. Yeah, no sound. Oh man, I forgot about it. Oh man, thank you, Dante. I appreciate it. Please kindly like and subscribe to the channel, people. Please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the College Chess Podcast. Can you hear me now? Uh, Let me do this. I know what to do. Okay. Let me fix my issue. Let me do this. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, now I'm going to talk about this beast. Thank you, Dante. Mike Panda's performance for Strasbourg in Liga 2025-2026 season so far, 6 matches, uh, 3.2 saves per game, successful run out per game, 100% accurate pass, 84% accurate passes in the own half, 95% clean sheet rate, class from the goalkeeper. This is the future of Chelsea. Mike Pandas. He's the future of Chelsea, and hopefully can do very well this season in Strasbourg. But for me personally, I want him to have 2 year loan spell at Strasbourg, then he can come back to Chelsea to be the main starter. But again, if the club feels like it's ready, I'm up for it because I really like tall goalkeepers. I said it several times. I really like tall goalkeepers. So hopefully, hopefully can be the main man there and develop very well. And I'm happy for him so far. And I think Strasbourg are playing on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I'll double check that. And by the way, Chelsea women's team are playing tonight, Champions League. So please watch them. And I won't be able to do the watch along, but I think my friend Ty at Chelsea session will do the watch along. So if you do the watch along, please go to his channel and support him. Oh my gosh, it's so hot. So anyway, I'm done talking about my pendants, as you all know about him. But for me, he's developing very well, and I hope he can do better than this. He can do better than this and develop as a goalkeeper. I was so frustrated the game against Marseille. I think Strasbourg lost 2-1 or 3-1. So, but anyway, Strasbourg at the moment they're doing very well. They're doing very well. Let me just check my camera. Okay. Mm, okay. I was just checking something then. I don't know why my rate is showing like this. Big up, Daddy.
Hey, big up to Beggar.
How are you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. It was just saw that you're streaming a Blueco stream, but yeah, I couldn't hear anything, so it wasn't a good start. You talked quite a bit, but no, couldn't hear anything. So and I was doing something, so I didn't actually even see it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. All good.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
let you talk too much more.
I forgot about the mic. That's why.
All good. All good.
Yeah, it's been a while no streaming, and then before that, my PC was not working, so I was so frustrated. But now it seems like it's fine now.
You're all good now. You're a bit more free now, so yeah, you should be good.
Yeah, yeah, and then I know it will be so hard to generate more views again because of I've been 3 weeks not streaming. So, but again, hopefully from now on I'll be able to stream more frequently.
It'll be fine. It'll catch back up once you start going, a routine again. It'll be fine. It'll come back up.
Yeah. So overall, what are your thoughts about Mike Pende's season so far in Strasbourg?
Yeah, look, he's doing pretty well. He's clean sheets, 6 clean sheets. Like you said, I watched that game against the Marseille game where they lost. So a couple of little shaky moments there, but probably not his best game. But he still did it quite a lot, good stuff as well. Look, it's a good start, but like what you said, I want to see him the whole season. I want to see him playing Europe as well. And if he's not ready at the end of the season, I wouldn't mind he can staying another season on top of that, especially if Strasbourg say they qualify for the next level up, maybe go to Champions League or something like that. Well, I think then that'll be beneficial for him to stay if they do qualify for the Champions League or something like that. So, but of course, it's up to the Chelsea hierarchy as well how he does. I mean, it's very different at Strasbourg playing in England. Chelsea, we saw that with everyone was saying that what's the other keeper that was there on loan? Petrovic.
Mm,
Everyone was so excited that he's coming back. He's going to be our number one. But I mean, we watched him quite a lot. He did some good stuff, but also you can tell if there's going to be pressure on him, he's not that guy to play with his feet. He's not, you know, that good at it. And you saw that when he came back straight away. He made so many mistakes already for his new club, Bournemouth. So yeah, look, it's a good stepping stone, but it's a massive jump then to come to England after that. But one thing about Pendas, which is good, and he's got the game all round game that does suit what Maresca likes to play a bit more. He's got that confidence to pass, to step out. He can do that no problem. So he'll fit really well. It just depends how he goes this year, and if they want him to stay another year after that, we'll have to wait and see. You there? Oh no, hope you're not frozen. It looks like you're frozen. I'll just keep talking till you come back. Yeah, yeah, like I said, I've watched him. I've watched him some of the games, not all the games, probably 3 or 4 games I've watched, as in full games. The other one's just the full highlights. But yeah, the one with the Marseille, yeah, where he made a couple of mistakes as well. So look, and Marseille like to play more that faster press from up front, bit more that English style because obviously the Zerbi was there before and he did that. So they play a little bit more on the front foot, and a little bit that changed unsettled him a little bit in that game. So that's what you probably expect from him. The other games I've seen him play, the other teams, they're not that all over him, or they don't press quite that high, they don't play that fast. So he looks really good, but yeah, I still want to see him play against teams like that. Uh, when they play Marseille again, when they're teams again, that'll be on the front foot and really pressure them from the front to see how he handles that pressure. Because, like I said, that game against Marseille, yeah, a little bit shaky on a couple of occasions, which is fine, and that's why he's there. He needs to learn and get over those. And yeah, it's perfect loan because they're going to play in Europe as well. So that's, even though it's just a conference league, there's actually some pretty good conference league teams this season in the conference league. So it's a good learning curve, but yeah, a bit too early at the moment. But he's definitely the future. But is it in 1 year or is it in 2 years? We'll have to wait and see. You back? No, still having problems? Not a good start. Yeah, if you look at the stats there, you can see the stats look very good, and he has been good. Um, he has pulled off some really nice saves as well. Has kept him in a lot of games. He's actually won them. I think they're third on the table at the moment. I think he's won him quite a few points, just saving some really, really important saves as well. So yeah, look, he's done very well for the start, but yeah, there's still quite a lot of things he needs to, keep playing and improving against better competition. And that's when I did see him play the couple of times against better competition. That's probably where he was, so when they pressure him. So wait and see. But yeah, he should improve quite a lot. But it's a very good start. I mean, for his age, new league, new team, new way of playing. He's actually done extremely well for a young kid. Let's not forget he's only 18, so he's a very young kid. Come on, Tobago, you back? I've exhausted everything I can on Penders. There's not much more to go. Sorry, folks, we're having some technical problems, it looks like, on Tobago side. Hopefully, we're back soon and we can continue the stream.
Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Got you now.
Ah, man, I don't know what is happening. Even my Wi-Fi is sick now.
Man, 3 weeks off and you're so rusty. Come on.
It's not me.
This is what happens when you have a holiday. See, you have a holiday, you take time off. This is what happens.
Oh, man. What is going
Oh,
on? Ah,
just probably the internet, obviously not very good.
I don't know. Guys, if you're watching, please kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Um, I want to talk more about Chelsea, but there's few things now. So it's a Blueco scouting radar never sleeps. Strasbourg have eye on Jessima Yassin, Morocco breakout under 20 star. Could this be a next gem in Chelsea? Strasbourg multi-club ownership. Have you been watching the under 20 World Cup?
No, I haven't. No, I'm not sure who the player is. No, I haven't. I saw the post, but I haven't really checked the player out yet. I haven't had time to have a look at him. But yeah, I'm not even sure what position does he play. Do you know?
He's a left winger or right winger?
Okay, so he's a winger type. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, I mean,
Yeah.
Strasbourg are going
So,
to
but
look for young talent, of course.
I don't have much on him. But again, you know this. You know Chelsea, right? They're going to scout every player.
Oh, he's not that young actually. He's 19 already. Okay, I thought he might be 17 or something like that, but he's actually 19. Will turn 20 in November, so he's actually not that young.
Yeah, it's not that young.
I mean, he's young,
Again,
but usually they like to go, for the players that are just turned 17, 18, so first professional contract. So it's yeah, yeah. Look, obviously they've been. This would be probably Chelsea scouting him and Strasbourg both scouting him. Obviously Strasbourg are using Chelsea scouts as well, so they're sharing information. So but yeah, look, you got to trust what they've done pretty well. I think if you look at the team, Strasbourg team, I think all the players pretty much they brought in very, very high success rate. If you look at the team, and they are the youngest team, I think, in France as well. So, uh, and in most of the top leagues, I think they're the youngest team. So they've actually scouted really, really well. They've done extremely well. It's quite difficult to get such a high percentage of good players. It's not that easy at that age, but they've actually done extremely well, in my opinion, to get these young players. So that's probably another one they've been looking at for a while.
100%. And especially if you check the Strasbourg game that they won 5-0 before the international break,
Hmm.
I saw a lot of young kids there that I don't know about. And I was like, what is
Yeah, there
this,
was
man?
some against Angers. Yeah, they won 5-0. I'm like, who are these couple of guys on the bench? I'm like, I didn't know. Probably from their youth teams, but we just
So,
haven't seen them. But obviously, they'll get a chance. They have a pathway because there were a few injuries as well and suspensions, so they had a couple of free spots. But there's a pathway there, 100%. So yeah, but like you said, yeah, there was a couple I didn't know either. I'm like, who are these guys? Where did they come from?
yeah, I was amazed, man. But anyway, the beauty of a multi-club model, but it seems like um, they want to break this multi-club model. Hopefully not.
It's a great model.
Hopefully not.
It's a great model for Chelsea, but also, in my opinion, for Strasbourg, it's very good. I know there's some that don't like it, but it's done them no harm. I mean, they've got great young talent, and I mean, the argument is that they're going to use that talent and they'll go to Chelsea or they'll sell them. Well, that would happen anyway, and if it wasn't Chelsea anyway, it would happen the same thing anyway. So it doesn't make a difference. The only difference is you can get those players now because Chelsea will pay money to sign those players, help much better scouting network. So you're getting these much better, and a lot more money is coming into the club. They want to do the new stadium. They want to, extend the fan base. They want to
100%.
invested a lot of money into it. But some are still not happy. Obviously, some of the ultras there and still not happy. But I don't see what the problem is. I understand what it is. I kind of understand, but I think this is not that type of club model where the owners are coming in and they're abusing Strasbourg and they're just using them there just for fun. No, it's a very serious thing. It's very serious, and they want success for the team and for those players. So it's not like back when Roman Abramovich. Remember, we bought Vitesse in Holland. Well, that's not how you do it. The way we did that, that's not how you do a multi-club model. Even the Man City stuff, it's not really working, is it? They're doing it differently. It's not the same. They're not putting the resources to make those teams that successful. They're just there basically to add more numbers, but they're not really using them like using Strasbourg, putting all that money in and making really good teams as well.
Yeah, I agree with you because if Strasbourg, at least there's a pathway. Players from Strasbourg can come to Chelsea, and Chelsea players can go to Strasbourg to develop. So at least there's a pathway there.
Yeah, there's a pathway exactly, but I mean, they go to other clubs like we saw. We saw Bakwa. They sold to Forest. They sold a couple of their good players, but they were going to leave anyway because they're a little bit older, more experienced. They were going to leave
Mm,
anyway, and that's kind of the argument that we're doing that for them. But no, those players would have left anyway. It doesn't really matter. There was time to move on from that team. They're too good, and their next step up, they needed to move on. So that's nothing to do with Chelsea, to be honest.
100%. Um, Now it says Chelsea and Barcelona are monitoring Dynamo Zagreb, 16-year game. We're scouting another player.
Yeah, and they will always scouting, always 16-year-olds. They're always going to be scouting this
Yeah, it
either
seems
way.
like I almost lost.
Yeah. You there?
Seems like I almost lost my network again. Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you now. I lost you for a sec there. Again, you froze up for a second. Yeah.
Yeah, I lost my network again. I don't know why. Maybe I need Jesus.
Look, it's the heat. It's very hot at there, isn't it, as well? And usually, when it's
Yeah,
really hot,
it's hot and
modems and that
windy.
they don't work very well.
Yeah, it's hot and windy at the same time. So maybe that's why.
Oh, cut out again.
Yeah, it's much better now, than the other time.
Yeah,
So since
it should work
for
much better. They charge you quite a lot. It's quite expensive for over there. It's quite, actually very expensive, to be honest. So, but obviously, yeah, it's. I guess you're a bit more rural area, aren't you? You're not quite like that city.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's why as well. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that's why also because we don't have the access for fiber and everything. So that's why.
One that would work very well. That's true. It's probably too expensive. The Starlink, the Starlink, the Elon Musk ones, they work very
Mm,
well. They would work well, but I'm not sure how much it is for you guys there. But those that I heard that some friends that live rural, like in Australia, even in rural areas, like those things work amazing. The Starlink. Have you heard of that? There, have they promoted that there at all
okay,
or not?
I'll do some research whether they are here because
Yeah, so Starlink is the Elon Musk, Tesla. The Tesla one. So
I'm not
they do
sure
the
because
internet. Yeah,
Elon Musk
satellite internet. Yep.
and South Africa that that doesn't get.
It'll be all over the world because they use the satellites and they got like 600 satellites up in the air. So anywhere in the world, it works.
I'm not sure can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, I got you. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm saying I'm not sure it's here in South Africa because Elon Musk with South Africa.
he is. Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
correct. Yeah.
they don't get along, so that's why.
Maybe the government not accepting it.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah, I think so as well. But anyway, let's talk about Cole Palmer. Says Cole Palmer will be out until November. It means he will miss Northern Forest away, Ajax home, Sunderland home, Carabao trip to Wolves. So anyway, what are your thoughts about Cole Palmer? Do you think he really needs a surgery? Because it seems like they're delaying the surgery. I don't know why. So what are your thoughts about it?
Yeah, look, this injury I know very well. There was only one injury I had when I played, and that was the groin. And it's an injury you can't really operate on. It's you gotta really maintain it. And I had it since I was probably 21. I think 21. No, no, sorry, around 18 to 22. Those years there when I played at a higher level, I had that injury started. So I never pulled a hamstring, never did nothing, but that groin always bothered me. And very similar, like how you play through it. Some days are good, some days are not good. Just depends when. I then took nearly 6 months off to try to heal it. I came back after 3 4 games, it's flared up again. So, and then I always had it through my whole playing career. I had it all the time. It never goes away, and it's not one you can operate on. It's not an operate. You can't operate on the groin there to do that. Unfortunately, there's no operation really for it. So unless something's changed with new technology and stuff, but I don't think there is. I think it's still not an operable area that you can actually have an operation. It's just about management and yeah, playing through it and just hoping it doesn't flare up on important times because you can play through it. You feel it after the game a little bit sore, but with good recovery, it's not there anymore. But sometimes it will flare up, and you can miss 2 or 3 games in a row because it just hurts too much and you can't run. So yeah, I wasn't too happy when I heard that he's got that, because that's one of the worst ones. That just never goes away, unfortunately. But yeah, look, hopefully they just manage it well with new technologies. There's a lot of stuff new they probably can do so to help it along. So um, but yeah, he will need to rest it quite a while. I mean, that those games that we see that's not a big deal. We can play without him in those games. Especially the Ajax, Sunderland, Carabao Cup doesn't really matter. Just the Forest away game, but the rest, he should try to rest it as long as possible. Do some treatments and try. But is it going to go away? It could be a problem. He might have his whole career with this one, unfortunately. Oh, you cut out again. But yeah, the groin is, yeah, it wasn't pleasant. But you can play through it. It just, yeah, you just feel it every now and then, but you can definitely play through it. And especially if you do an injection a little bit here, that you won't really feel it during the game. And I think he's probably played through it, no problems. But it can flare up and it can get bad at certain occasions, and that's obviously what's happened to him as well, with the excessive amount of football as well played as well. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm sure he'll be fine, but they're just gonna have to be very careful managing him, and he's got to be honest to say when he's feeling it and it's hurting too much to say not to play, because players at that age, even to me, I still, even it hurt, I still say I still play and I still want to play and I still, you tell the doctors they don't really know 100%. So, you do a fitness test. If you pass that fitness test, well, you play. Simple as that. So even though it's sore, you're not going to say anything. Some players can play through it, no problem. So especially when you're that age, young like that, he's been playing through it. Like they said, probably for the last 12 months, they've been playing through it. So we'll wait and see what happens with him, but definitely needs a bit of a break and just manage that and try to, with the best therapy they can. I'm sure they'll throw the best therapy and the best therapist at it, and hopefully that helps quite a lot. Back when I did it, of course, it was long ago now, nearly 20 years ago, nearly. So, yeah, look, that was different back then. Now I'm sure it's much, there's a lot more technology, a lot more treatments, a lot more things they can do with it. Oh, looks like Tobago's left me on my own. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, I think Restream have a problem because just kick me out and then says I must check my connection. But again, I'm
Restream,
here.
yeah, yeah. I remember you had problems, but then yeah, I haven't seen you on Restream for a while, actually.
Yeah, it seems like Restream. I'm going to use StreamYard now.
StreamYard's better, yeah. StreamYard's much better usually.
Yeah, I think I'm going to use it now because so bad, man, so bad. But can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. I got you now. Yeah, I talked as much as I could by myself.
Yeah, it seems like I need to end this stream as soon as possible because it's cutting on and off. But now it says Chelsea are preparing to offer Kenan Yildiz a 10 million year contract. Talks between the player and Juventus are stalling. As much as I like the player, I don't believe Chelsea will offer this money.
I love these reports. Like they come out of nowhere, and when you see the price they say, and that, it's a fake report. It's just rubbish. They're just talking rubbish, to be honest. They're just making news. Like, do these guys know what Chelsea's pay packets are and the wage structure. And obviously, they don't do the research because they don't. It's Tutto
Mhm.
Sport, so it's just Italian, just gossiping. It's just to sell and gather attention, but it's nothing serious.
Yeah, but overall, what are your thoughts about the player beside the price tag?
Oh, look, the player is a good player. He would suit us pretty well because he can play left wing, he can play right wing, he can play 10, no problem. He's quite, he's got a pretty good physique. He's quite tall, quite physical, so he probably will suit Premier League not too bad. Uh, he's a versatile player, put it that way. He's even played striker for Turkey. I've seen him play as a striker, a nine. So he can play all over the place, which is great. He would suit age wise, style wise. I think he would suit. Obviously, pretty big name, very marketable as well. Very easy marketable player. He's got a very good marketing team behind him. Um, so look, he would do well, but yeah, Chelsea's not offering that. I'm sorry, that news. Yeah, they're not going to pay him more than all of our star players that we have at the moment. That's not happening.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's a lot. That's a lot for him.
And don't forget, there'll have to be a pretty large fee as well as transfer fee as well. Agent
Mm.
fees, transfer fee. It's not that simple. That's what these reports that come out just saying, just like that, ridiculous numbers. Like, come on. It's probably maybe to do with his agent. They're trying to get a pay rise from Juventus. Who knows?
Yeah, but I think Juventus might fail to keep him for the future because at the moment he's on a hot form, and then these Italian clubs, they like to sell these players. So let's see what will happen. But again, I think the reports for me also, I think they're rubbish, especially after seeing that we're offering that much. That's a lot.
Well, we know inside stuff. We know how they do the contracts. We know Chelsea pretty well, so that wouldn't happen. Sorry, that would not happen.
100%. Now let's talk about this player because he was doing very well under the one for England, Jimmy Keatings. But now Terry Joyce talk about him, says on relationship with Jimmy Keatings, we are real close. You always need competition in a top club, and you always going to get that. So I feel like he's pushed, he pushed me, and I push him. That's the main objective. So that's good. But overall, bro, what are your thoughts about Jimmy Keating's season so far at Chelsea?
Yeah, as expected, I thought he might start a bit slow. I mean, it's even though he's English, but he's played a long time in overseas. So yeah, I thought it might be a little bit slow, especially when we come up against low blocks and stuff like that, which we did. He kind of struggled a little bit, but I kind of was expecting that anyway. You seen him play. He did much better when he came on. We were playing against someone that's a bit more attacking, like Liverpool. When he came on, he was very good against Liverpool. You saw him in the. I don't know if you saw the under 21 game with Tyreek George. He was cooking them pretty hard,
Mm.
taking 2 players, 3 players on, dribbling past them, no problem, because the way the opposition was playing as well. So yeah, look, he'll come good. I have no doubt. A little bit of a slow start, but I expected that, to be honest. People forget he's still very, very young as well. So he's not like a full international for England quite yet. He's still in the under 21s as well with Tyreek George. So, but his potential is very, very high though. So, and that can turn very quickly, for a player like him. Playing him in the right games at the right time, end of games coming on as a substitute will suit him much better for now. He'll get much better and better and better. People just need to give him a bit more time. I saw so many people saying he's crap, blah blah. You can't judge him. He hasn't had proper minutes, no proper preseason really. So yeah, you can't really judge a player like that early. The quality is there. I mean, I had a stat. I haven't got that graph with me, but if you look at all the wingers in the world, like take-ons, dribbling. He's in the sweet spot. He's number one alone, ahead of everyone he was at Dortmund. That's how good he was. So he's got the quality, just needs a bit of time to settle in with the coach, with his players, teammates, and just back to English life as well. He'll come good. I have no doubt about it. He's too talented not to.
I agree with you. I think he will come good. Chelsea fans are just impatient with him, but hopefully can prove a lot of these fans wrong because he's a very good player. And then also you
Chelsea
need
fans,
him.
we have some of the worst fan base. Like Maresca out after drawing to losing 2 games with 10 men after winning. There's no patience in our fan base. I mean, we know a bit of the background. They hate the owners, blah blah. But then you got people that just no patience at all. Like so early on in the season, a young kid, a new club like this, and that goes for the coach as well because he's got to train these young players to fit in their system and to it doesn't click overnight. So for both, like yeah, we have a pretty bad fan base when it comes to that. Unfortunately, very reactionary, very yeah. We need to give him a bit of time because look how quickly it turned around against Liverpool. We did Liverpool pretty well in my opinion.
And also we have injury crisis at the back, man. It's so bad. Look at centre back pairing. Every time we worry about our centre backs. So it's so
Yeah,
hard for him to manage that. He needs to find balance. Sometimes he thinks that this balance is good, and one of them get a red card or an injury.
that's
So
what I mean.
bad,
Yeah,
man.
you got to
Even
look at
even
context, what happened in games when he came on, what it was 10 men. You can't judge a player on 5 6 games that he's played, hasn't even played full games because of it. So yeah, and plus having he hasn't played with Cucurella that much, but Cucurella on that side left, you have to learn how to play with Cucurella. It's not an easy thing. Cucurella is very different from any other left back in the world. He does very different things. So you have to learn
mm,
how to play that system, and with Cucurella always bombing forward, what space to occupy, when to go into that space, when to move out of that space. That will come with a bit of time. And without really the preseason and that's put us behind quite a bit. But hopefully, I think we've gone through it pretty well. Actually, we've managed it pretty well because it could have been much, much worse, to be honest. But I think Maresca and even some of the players have done really well.
yeah, man, those red cards really, really, really mess up our game plans during those games. So hopefully the
Well,
players have learned from that.
I think if we have 11 in those games, we probably could be first or second on the ladder now, most likely, if we didn't get players sent off.
I agree with you. I've watched the table. I was like, man, we are not far from the top. And the game that we lost or even draw, we could have done better if we didn't have a one man down because of our mistakes. And then overall, it's not Enzo Maresca mistakes. Yes, sometimes he might read the game uh, differently, but again, he's only human, and he was reacting to the red card. So, as much as I blame him, I don't want to blame him 100% because these players also need to take responsibility.
Yeah, 100%.
So,
And look, when we were 1-0 up, I expected him to be more defensive and let's try to hold that 1-0 lead. Worst case, maybe 1-1, get us something out of the
mm,
game. I know people, including yourself, wanted offensive changes, but that's just not what happens. That's It happened though in the other game. So you saw when we didn't go down to 10 men in the other game, it happened. He did then bring on attacking players, and we did do well. So it depends on the game. If you're winning, if you're losing, if you're drawing. But when you're winning and you go 10 men, you want to make defensive changes to make sure you keep that lead and just try to grind the game out. Unfortunately, it didn't work that way. People can say maybe he could have made that sub, but I mean, I think what he did was the right thing to do. Just didn't work out, unfortunately. Simple as that. But you can't, people can't say Maresca out, Gitten's rubbish, these players are no good, blah blah blah. After a few games, especially with you know uh, 10 men. So you saw when we were 11 and 11 against Liverpool. I mean, dominated Liverpool for a large chunks of that game. We played very well. So, uh, and that's Liverpool with all their star signings. They had no injuries. They had no players out.
Yeah, I agree with you. Liverpool only had one injury. Allison fell
Oh,
back.
sorry, the
That's
week
it.
before Allison. Yeah, yeah. But the keeper that came in, he did very well. It's not like he's a scrub. He actually probably
Yes,
had a really good game. He saved some really top saves in the game as well. So Allison wouldn't have made a difference.
exactly. He would have made a difference, but again, I'm glad that we won that
Yeah,
game, man.
Allison's not saving some of those. That guy Marsh Fadili, whatever his name is, he's 6'7", 8. Some of those fingertip saves he made. Allison's not even getting close to those. He's not saving those.
Yes, and also I remember when we were linked with this goalkeeper, right? Well, Mama's Daily of Liverpool. My only concern was his feet, and clearly that was
He
the
can't
case
play.
against us.
Exactly. Yeah, and we exploited that. We pressed them high, and we exploited that. They couldn't play out from the back, and when they did, they kicked the ball out or to they had to go long, and we won the ball back most of the time. So that's what a keeper like that. Look, he can be he's a very good shot stopper, but he hasn't got the other side, and a team can really exploit that. Yeah,
100%. But again,
but he's a
I
backup
don't want to.
goalkeeper basically.
Yeah, the
So
back. Yeah. Overall, what are your thoughts about Rhys James' fitness this season? Because it seems like Enzo Maresca have managed to get Rhys James fully fit. What are your thoughts about it? And some fans don't say that. Don't praise Enzo Maresca for that. Even the Petro Neto at Wolves was an injury prone, but at Chelsea it's not near that. It's always fit. So we need to give Enzo Maresca credit for that.
yeah, Enzo Maresca, the medical team, the assistant coaches, everyone that's involved, because it's not just Maresca, it's a team effort. The dietitians,
Mm.
sports science. There's a lot. The trainers, the physiotherapists. It's a long team, and Chelsea did do a big change after Pochettino left. They did a big change. They pretty much changed everyone. They want a new sporting medical team. So obviously they saw that it wasn't very good, which was a combination of obviously Pochettino's style, but also the physiotherapist which Pochettino brought in, it wasn't good, so they changed quite a lot. So they changed the medical teams, and look, the new medical team's been very good. But yeah, it's how Maresca has managed him, where he's playing him, how he's playing him, how much he's running a game, and you know he hasn't really played his right wing back role up and down, up and down, up and down. Very different. So yeah, he's done very well with Pedro Neto as well. He's subbed him off a lot of games. He's come off pretty much every game. A lot of games he's come off 60th, 70th minute. Um, he's not played back to back games like close. So he's managed him very well as well. So yeah, look, what they're doing right, and that's also the ownership. You got to give them credit with that, because they made those changes. They brought those medical teams in. They brought the best equipment in the world, the best gym. They hired the best new physios on the market. They invest a lot of money in that side of the game. So you got to give credit to the guys that are investing that money to bring that all these new technologies that I saw they were putting to work on that. So yeah, it's a collective effort, all round effort from everyone, which is really good to see. Yeah.
Yeah, before we wrap it up, tomorrow I think I'm going to do another stream where discuss our next. I think it's 6 fixtures before the intentional break, if I'm not mistaken. And also, again, Dante, before we wrap it up, have you realized that Enzo Maresca changed the way we play recently? And I don't know if maybe people noticed that, but I've noticed that we are playing differently than last season. Have you noticed that?
Probably a little bit more against Liverpool. You're talking about more, probably. I think against Liverpool,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, Liverpool, especially Liverpool.
yes, that's where it's probably the clearest, more evident against Liverpool. Definitely,
Mm.
yes. But that's just because matchups again, basically like PSG, or like against PSG, the same kind of thing. So yes, he plays different. He's always done that though. Just people are not paying attention, and it's not as evident.
Yeah,
But he's always kind of done that against those type of teams. He plays differently against those type of teams, and again, he did that to Liverpool as well. He did that against Liverpool last season when we beat him at the end of the season as well. So
mm.
yes, he definitely changed a little bit, but eh, is it much more than before? A little bit, but not much more than before. It's just people haven't really paid attention. Now people are paying a little bit more attention.
Yeah, I agree with you. And also, I think if we didn't have those injuries and mistakes that our players are having, I think we should have been top of the log right now. But again, this is football. You can predict things, but again, injuries are part of football. Red cards and yellow cards are part of football. But again, we need to avoid those mistakes. Are costing us games, especially
Yeah,
points. So
exactly.
hopefully, we can improve. We can improve after the international break.
Yeah, it's part of the game, injuries and that. Maybe by the end of the season, we'll have all our players back, and other teams will have more injuries. So it's a long season. It can change very quickly. So all the teams are going to go through injury problems. You got to be very, very lucky not to. Like Liverpool were last season, for example, they were pretty very lucky. So uh, yeah, they got more depth this season, but that's other problems. But yeah, you got to have a bit of luck as well along the way, and
Yeah,
it will change.
yeah, I agree with you. So, but anyway, Dante, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Tomorrow, another stream. Like I said, I need to do more streams so that people can see that I'm back right now.
Yeah,
Anything like to
uh,
add?
well, you've got a bit of time on your hands till you till you sort other stuff out. Pump them out as much as you can, and yeah, we're a bit quiet anyway through the international break now as well with Chelsea perspective. But yeah, we'll be starting again the next couple of days as well. So, but yeah, pump out about as much as you can. Definitely, you got a bit of free time, so might as well.
Yeah, I agree with you. Abdul, see you tomorrow.
Take care, guys.
Peace.